Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. Sanders runaway works soon to take flight.
This morning, we are here to do a tour of the runway extension project. This is a project initiated by the government of Jamaica, Airports Authority of Jamaica, one of the lead agencies. MBJ, of course, executing the project on their behalf, and of course there are many other entities that are collaborating on implementing this major project, which will improve the infrastructure, not just here for Montego Bay, but really we're talking a national asset.
This morning the team came down to look at the master plan expansion works at the Donald Sangster International Airport being undertaken by MBJ Airports, who are the managers. We have an approximate little bit over $100 million expansion program that will see to sections of Kent Avenue being realigned. It also having us acquiring additional properties, extending the runway by a little bit over 500 meters and redirecting the food court and the departures traffic. There will also be work realigning the entrance of the coming into the facility. They'll be doing some expansion work and putting in additional shops and expanding the food court at arrivals. So persons who come to pick up persons will have a better and a more comfortable wait while you wait on your loved ones. This investment into the airport system is one of our masterpieces within the ministry and within the government. It will make traffic for persons much easier, and it will inject a lot of funds within the general St. James economy. Right now we are running a little bit behind our pre-COVID numbers, and we are taking the opportunity to do the expansion work during this lull time. We are running at about 60% of our pre-COVID traffic through this airport, so it's an opportune time to do the work. And the new entrance that we'll be doing coming from the east is also will be tied into the new Montego Bay bypass, so that the bulk of the traffic will be coming through from the eastern end, and will reduce the amount of traffic coming from the roundabout around the western end, and that will also help to slow down the congestion of traffic here.
So the actual runway extension itself, we're looking at about $37 million. The entire project with all the associated works, we're looking at around $70 million. So the benefits of the project are twofold. One, it's a safety related aspect to it. So we're implementing what they call RESA. We don't have that now, and it's an international requirement where they need to have this extended area at both ends of the runway in case there's an overshoot or undershoot of the aircraft. Additionally, the runway will be able to accommodate aircraft with a higher payload. So if you're coming from a very far distance, we have flights as far as Russia, we have had from Moscow. And if you're talking about the weight of the aircraft or what payload they can carry, there are restrictions there because of the limited length of the runway. So they'll be able to carry a higher payload, and also further destinations. It opens up some opportunities for aircraft to fly from routes that we don't have today, right? Of course, there are opportunities beyond North America, which is where most of our flights are, but we're really talking about Eastern Europe and near Asia. There are some opportunities there that now we'll be able to explore. In terms of aircraft type, we can pretty much handle everything except an A380. Of course, the A380 is perhaps on its way out now globally in aviation, but again, payload is the key factor here, and the distance that aircraft will have to travel to Jamaica, to and from Jamaica.
Sweet Mango Investment. The government's ambitious plan to establish a mango agro-park on approximately 900 acres in Spring Plain, Clarendon, has received a flip leaf, with 5 investors this week committing to a total of almost $100 million to the project. Each of the 5 investors will come up with $19.5 million to lease 50 acres of the property as they enter an export industry which is controversially valued at more than US $18 billion internationally. Last year, Jamaica exported just over 291,300 kilograms of mango valued at less than $700,000. That was a drop in the bucket compared to the big countries that produce mangoes for export. There are over 100 countries which export mangoes, and in this part of the world, we have Ecuador, Peru, Mexico, Argentina, and Brazil competing, said Dr. Al Powell, Chief Executive Officer of Agro Investment Corporation's AIC, which is driving the establishment of the Mango Agro Park. Minister of Agriculture research data indicated that India is the world's largest producer of mango and accounts for nearly 40% of the world production. In 2016, India's export of mangoes was valued at US 10.48 billion, a significant increase over 2015 when it was US 8.8 billion. According to Powell, Jamaica will look to export mangoes to many countries, even though our primary markets are the UK, Canada, and the US. At a recent breakfast meeting with 5 investors, Donovan Ray, Merrick Plummer, Fairfield Farms, Solid Equipment and Haulage Limited, and Courtney Murray, Powell promised that they will be given all the technical support they will need to successfully operate their mango farms. It is a program that the government of Jamaica is supporting, the Ministry of Agriculture is supporting, and other stakeholders in the sector are supporting, declared Powell. The AIC had previously reported that the island has the temperature, the technical capability, and just about everything to grow mangoes. He said the Mango Agro Park will grow East Indian and Julie mangoes for export, with some investors putting in other cash crops on their leased areas. We are going to construct a modern hot water treatment plant so that the field flies which threaten the export of mangoes will be behind us, declared Powell. He said work is far advanced on a 60-acre section of the property, which will be used as a demonstration area for the planting of mango trees. According to Powell, it is expected that the 5 successful investors will start plowing the land by January. He said another 30 individuals and entities have expressed interest in the investing of the Mango Agro Park, but that is being done slowly to ensure that sufficient planting materials, such as seedlings, are secured and available. Couple spread Utah cheer with their Christmas trees.
What made you guys decide to go into Christmas tree farming and make it a family business?
So my husband used to encourage me to take up the business, but I wasn't interested then until one year I decided that I would be going to Canton Spring with him.
How long have you been farming?
Over 25 years.
What has that experience been like for you guys?
Great experience. You take it to places, you know?
Take you to places?
Yeah.
Like where?
Into several homes. Where normally they wouldn't have us going inside there, but because of the trees, we have to deliver, and this provides a service to them.
What are some of the facets of Christmas tree farming that people wouldn't necessarily know goes into it?
It's time consuming.
How long does it take from planting the seed or the sucker to reaping a Christmas tree?
It
How
goes
long
to
is that?
different stages. For the smaller trees, you know that they will develop quite early, but for the taller trees, take up to 3 to 4 years to turn a full-blown tree.
And is this what sustains your income?
Part of it. We are coffee farmers.
So during Christmas time, about how many trees would you say you guys sell, Louise?
I think we did 100 already, so I think we did like pretty near 200 to 300 trees.
So if you've done about 100 already, you think for the entirety of the Christmas season, how much would that be?
I believe we can do 2 because we're getting in a lot of orders now, you know, and we still go down to Canton Spring to sell.
And people still calling from home for us to deliver.
We do mainly delivery and we sell at Canton Spring Road.
So you get new customer, and when they find out about us, they always want us to deliver to them.
One of my son, you know, he went there with us, you know, to do the selling. Because sometimes we are busy doing delivery. So we had somebody on the ground to keep the selling trees there.
What made you guys decide to go into Christmas tree farming and make it a family business?
You know, my husband have been in it a long time, and one of my brother have been in it. Is deceased now. So my husband was used to encourage me to take up the business, but I wasn't interested then until one year I decided that I would be going to Constant Spring with him. And when I went there, it was so interesting. I like it. So from then, you know, I just continue. I love it that
You don't want to miss out.
I don't want to miss out. I make sure if Mr. Watson, you know, went down to do delivery, I'm here to cut the trees so that when you get back, you can get them to take back to Kingston.
Okay, so you're into the tree cutting as well?
Yes, I'm into the tree cutting.
How
That's where.
difficult is it to cut down a Christmas tree?
Well, if you have a proper tool like a proper saw, you know, it's not that difficult. You know, but the saw is not sharp or the machete. Well, I don't really use the machete because it is so clean. But if I had a good saw that is sharp, then I'll cut. Or if not, I'll get somebody with me.
Your wife said you've been trying to get her into the business for a while now. Why was it so important for you?
Well, I started out, I used to transport people and charge them to go down. But when I check it out and see that I have to wait on them to be paid and I'm on the spot, I decided that I'm going to start to sell the trees too, which was more profitable for me. So that's how I really started.
Okay. Would you say that you wanted to include your family as a way to spend more time with them?
Yeah, I like it.
You know, we spend a lot of times together. You know, sometimes I said to you, I said, God, please don't let us die together. No, believe me, we spend a lot of time together. Everything that we do it together. We do everything together. We don't go to the bathroom together, but we do everything. Everything. If I want a pair of shoes, both of us. If I need a dress, you have to go with me. We do everything together.
So it's not difficult working together and doing everything together?
No, it's not difficult because we are like a team. You know, sometimes I'll do something that you don't like, or sometimes you do something that I don't like. But, you know, that don't deter us. That don't come between our business or come between our family life. You know, we had a good band, a very good band. Sometimes I think we chat too much. You know, we had a very good band that, you know, when your children can look at you and say, you know, I want to be like mom and dad, it's very good, you know. We have a very close connection.
What you say about the band, Rudolph?
Yeah, we've been all right, man. Everything good so far, you know.
Are you looking forward to continuing Christmas tree farming well into your retirement?
As
Yeah, well,
long
that's
as
the time, man.
and
So
we
now
have health
we are
and
here to-
strength, I believe that I'm going nowhere. I love it. I love it.
Why?
I just love this time of the year. You know, it's a getaway from doing something else, from reaping the coffee, from working in the coffee field. It's a getaway, you know, where you can bring a smile to somebody's face. You know, because when your customer, when they saw you come down and you delivering the trees, they are so happy because this tree brings this aroma to them, this smell, they love it. You know, so I really love it. I really love it when, you know, the children, they're saying, Dad, I love this one, Dad, and Dad is saying, no, Mom, I love this one. I just love it. Really love it.
So is Christmas a special time for you guys as a family?
Yeah,
Yes, it's a very special time, you know, because what I really love, you know, my house, it's ever full. You know, everybody came home to have Christmas, whether it's my children, my nieces and nephews, everybody want to come at auntie, everybody want to come. So I always look forward for Christmas because I'm a family person and I love to have my families around.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.